This is game number 3 in this best of 5 between Grubby, our green Protoss here in the 11 o'clock position against his opponent in the 5 o'clock position. He's mTwDIMAGA, our red Zerg representing mTW. These guys are evened up in a best of 5 finals. Just a good sign that we might end up going to game 5. These guys keep it even. We're here on Ahana, a map where Protosses can forge expend pretty easily. Pretty small ramp here. You have to worry about that backdoor, but not too much. It takes quite a while to kill. 2000 HP, 3 armor rocks with not a lot of surface area. Take a long time for units like Zerglings to kill. I wonder if mTwDIMAGA's going to go for another Baneling play. He seems to really like them a lot. I don't know, guys. He seems to really like Baneling play in ZVP. Don't want to get too predictable. But hey man, if it's a standard build that you're good at and it works a lot, then why not? And there's the pool. 14 pool coming up from mTwDIMAGA. So just playing it really safe yet again. Doesn't want to drop hatch first despite no probe scout coming out in time from Grubby to block it. But this time, unlike the 16 pool he did earlier to be really economic, he's actually going for a 14 pool. So just pretty darn early. It's not like a 13 pool or a 12 pool to, force the forge first maybe. But it's certainly no 15 or 16, pool being economic. Just an all-around safe middle-of-the-road pool timing. Oh, wow. Grubby immediately throwing up a pylon again. Does want a cannon rush. Really doesn't want to let mTwDIMAGA get an expansion up easily. Seems to be a recurring theme here for him. Now, the minerals are there that Grubby or mTwDIMAGA could drop down a hatchery, but looks like he doesn't want to yet until he's sure he's held this off. Pylon gets canceled and he just drops one blocking the hatchery. Cool moves here by Grubby. Really delaying mTwDIMAGA's expansion by quite a bit. 6 slings coming out in the queen. So he wants to deal with this as cost efficiently as possible. Pylon actually gets canceled, not let to actually complete like we usually see. So what's his plan here? He doesn't want to block the hatchery anymore. Looks like. Just going to let it go down, knowing that there are probably lings already coming out. And mTwDIMAGA just going to go back into droning, of course. And he's going to go for a fast third hatchery here with this drone. Off, no gas. Meanwhile, Grubby does have a cannon up. Has a gateway. Has that extra pylon. We should see double gas pretty soon, but actually only one so far. We almost never see a Protoss. Okay, there it is. Second gas on the way. And this probe, has been kind of found and is being followed around. I think it scouted the natural, though. No, it did not actually. He hasn't seen the natural, nor the third. So, Grubby pretty far in the dark right now. I mean, you should know there's a natural, but you never know. Like, what if a Zerg just kind of fakes you out and cancels and goes for one-way Trojan all in? It's not unheard of. There's our first gas from mTwDIMAGA here. So more and more Zergs like to do the style where you just get one gas earlier for an early Zerging speed instead of rushing double gas at the 6-minute mark. But we already have mTwDIMAGA trying to take out these rocks pretty quickly here. It's going to force maybe some extra cannons from Grubby. Maybe some extra units to be safe. He's mining off his double gas. No gas at the natural just yet. His core is completing now. What will he get? A sentry. And his zealot will go over to try to deal with those lings. No +1 on the way from Grubby. Just content to stay without upgrades for now. Meanwhile, mTwDIMAGA still just on one gas here. Has not had the gas yet to start Zerging the speed. Zealot just trying to camp in a corner and not let the lings get too much of a surround on him. Pretty good biker by both players. And there's the fabled cannon. Forced out by mTwDIMAGA. Nice move. All this ling aggression, it doesn't accomplish much. But if he hadn't done it, that extra cannon wouldn't have been made. So it just kind of puts Grubby's build a little bit further behind, having to spend all those minerals on a cannon this early. Contrary to popular belief, every mineral right now is actually a big deal for Protoss players. You're still trying to chrono out probes, add on more gas, add on your infrastructure. He's going for a Stargate, though. So we're going to see some more Stargate harass. +1's on the way. But it's way too late to be something like a +1 4-gate with Void Ray. So, are we going to see Void Ray? Is it just going to be Phoenix Harass? It's just going to be Phoenix Harass here from Grubby. Can be a great way to open up after Forge Expand to just kind of keep the Zerg on their back foot defending, force extra queens to be made, kill off some drones, kill queens, kill overlords. Double Evo Chamber getting it on the way from dMAGA. He really loves getting those great melee and carapace upgrades. And then going into Baneling play. Does look like we'll be seeing something similar to this game as there's no lair on the way just yet. No Roach Warren, nothing of that sort. Evo Chamber is finished, so see those upgrades start any moment. There they are, 1-1. One more gateway for Grubby. Just 2 Gate Phoenix for now. Meanwhile, dMAGA has not bothered to make something like extra queens, so he doesn't actually have any creep spread. But he's getting a pretty decent good drone count up. 54 drones to 46 probes right now. He's getting 2 more gas to really be able to pump out a lot of Banes, maybe get lair tech. There is the lair on the way. He might even just rush Muta this game, you never know. Not the greatest map for it, but not terrible. Robo on the way. Grubby kind of all over the place with, you know, really filling out his build in terms of his tech in a lot of different areas, you know. He's got Warp Gate, he's getting upgrades for that, but then he's also getting Stargate play with Phoenix's harassment, but then he's also getting a Robo to get Observers, get maybe Colossi, fast Colossi again. Could work really well against this stop from dMAGA getting that Baneling nest. We'll see. He's going up to 4 gates to have a pretty standard amount to be able to pump out units. Be able to maybe take a third. Good map for that. Phoenixes are doing some great harassment here, picking off a lot of drones. 5 Burgers have been killed and 5 Spores are on the way as well, so that's almost like 5 more work kills. Could have been drones mining. They hadn't been morphed into Spores. He's going to try to pick off an Overlord here. Great Phoenix Micro, pulling back the hurt Phoenixes so he can continue to engage. Even while the Queens are engaging into him. Just excellent control, picking off 2 Overlords there. Keeping all the Phoenixes alive. Albeit just barely. dMAGA really supply capped because of that, and we are going to have a fast Colossi from Grubby. Oh, unfortunate supply block making 5 bombs at once, but that's alright. It'll be before the Colossi are supposed to come out, and those are the timings that are really important. Hydra didn't get on the way from dMAGA, so that same kind of problem, but last game he was actually successful despite, you know, going Hydras and going Banelings against Colossi. He just had too many units in too good a position against Grubby. We'll see if Grubby has a better engagement this game. Looks like he wants to be able to go take a third though, trying to take that pylon. The rocks have been killed, so we'll probably see him full wall this area off and just focus on this area by the third. Nidus on the way. Oh my god. dMAGA's going to go Ling, Bane, Hydra, Nidus. Really cool play if you can pull off a good Nidus. The problem is Grubby does have coverage all over his base now. You might just use this Nidus to kind of create a forward Nidus, kind of like a Warp Gate, like a forward pylon, where you just reinforce immediately with units like Hydras that are generally pretty slow and take forever to move across the map. But he might try to get into the main base with it. Doesn't have any Overlords in position though. Like, where is he going to make the Nidus? Look at his vision right now. Nothing. So he's only going to be able to make it with these units like at the front. There's no chance of making Niduses in the main base unless he like gets a Ling run by or something. I don't know. So it should just be for reinforcements quicker. I don't think the Phoenixes have scouted it yet. They have not seen the Nidus. They're going to pick off a Queen here. Great move. Really limiting the amount of larva injections here for dMAGA, especially since he had that 1 Queen injecting both these hatcheries. dMAGA does have 2-1. Halfway done. And he's building up a lot of Lings over here. He tried to hide them from the Phoenixes, but it's too late. The Phoenixes do see them. 15 Hydras on the way, though. That's a lot of Hydras. That is a scary number of Hydras for 1 Colossus to deal with. Oh, Nidus Worm on the way. There it is, right at the front. This is one of the reasons having a Void Ray instead of just Phoenixes can be great. You can hold this on like towers, you can just kind of move back and forth, and then if they do something like this, you can like pick it off with your Nidus. Or pick it off with your Voider before the Nidus finishes. But now the Hydra's out. This is going to be really hard for him to deal with. How is he going to defend this third base? He's going to need really good force fields, good control. He needs his Colossi in position. There's only 1 at the natural. Hydra's going to run right forward and start engaging. Ling's engaging as well. Speedling's running in. Force field's going down. Nice bait by dMAGA. Good play on both sides. Great force field by Grubby. And great play by dMAGA pulling forward, or going forward, forcing the force fields, and then just pulling back before taking too much damage. But now he's going for engagement here. I don't know if this is so good for him. His Hydras are off creep. Kind of just, you know, clumped up in like these little clumps, taking a lot of damage from Colossi. He's going to lose pretty much everything here. And that attack certainly didn't work. He is on 3 base economy with 6 gas, but so is the Protoss. So dMAGA can't really afford to just be cost inefficient here. Can't really afford to just throw away units like you can when you're up a base against a Protoss. He's got some crease spread, but it's, you know, not the greatest. That attack, just, I don't know. It's going to be hard to transition out of that, man. He's just going, you know, Ling Hydra against Colossi. It's just not a composition that's going to work well. He's going to go for a more Nidus play, just kind of loading up into a Nidus, but where does he even have a worm? I don't think he has one anywhere. No Nidus worms anywhere, man. I don't know what he's loading up for. Yeah, just unloading. He's like, oh, wait. Never mind. Phoenix is going to see some Hydras there. I'm really surprised Grubby's not just like going for an attack right now, but maybe he's just waiting for more Colossi or something like that. Maybe waiting for +2. Really feels like the moment that he could have just won the game, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't have like an observer over Grubby's base or over Dimaga's base right now to just realize how many units he has. So he's going to set up 4 pylons, play it slow, move forward, take his time. Finally, an observer on the way since he realizes his crew spread is going to be a big deal. Going to get an observer out to be able to take that out, and that means he's going to be stopping, at least for now, at 4 Colossi. Definitely a good number to have. Maybe you can use some of that extra gas from not making Colossi to big send some more sentries, because he's only got, what, 3 sentries here, which is just not a lot for this huge wide open map to force field. But it's just stalkers for now. He does have blink, so nice picking off some crew spread there, preventing that from coming out. Second observer on the way even, so Grubby really wants to be able to get a lot of map control. Maybe get a lot of scouting, we'll see. Nothing but Hydras on the way. I can't believe Dimaga is still making nothing but Hydras against Colossus. I really can't believe it, but oh my god, that is so many Hydras. That's actually such a scary amount of Hydras right now. If he could get a good surround and good positioning, this could be great, but the blink in catches off half the Hydras with the rest of them. Or not half, but like a third of the Hydras. The rest of them just stuck behind force fields. Oh my god, what can he even do with all those force fields there? A great force field using the Nidus network as a just... Oh my god, these force fields are so perfect. There's like nothing Dimaga can do right now. He's just not in position to deal with this push, and now his Hydras are just dying to Colossi. They're melting without even doing damage back. Wow, that was one-sided. Oh my god, Grubby just stomping through Dimaga's army here with perfect force field placements, good Colossus positioning, good upgrades, good Stalker blinks. Like, really, he could not have had... Here's the thing. Sometimes, and that's 2-1 right now for Grubby. Sometimes you can afford to kind of like maybe drop a little bit sloppy force fields and have like extras because you have extra sentries. When you only have 3 sentries, you can't miss those force fields. Like, if he just kind of threw down extra force fields and Dimaga baited again and then could get a really good engagement and Grubby didn't seize the moment and attack into the natural and just kind of sat back a little bit longer while he took out creep spread or something, and Dimaga could have got a great surround with no more sentry energy left, it's possible Grubby could have lost that engagement if those Hydras got a good surround. But those force fields were literally perfect for the number of sentries he had. Like, he couldn't have dropped more perfect force fields. And then he moved in at the exact right timing when he knew all the Hydras were segmented off to the side, used the positioning and the buildings of Dimaga against him, and came in with a great Colossus timing to just shut him down. Well played by Grubby. He's up 2-1. We're going to move into game number 4 to see if Dimaga can start making the comeback or if Grubby is going to take it 3-1. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back with that after this quick commercial break.